Good evening, everyone. I do. Okay. 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 Good evening, everyone. Good to be here again. Good to have all of us in class. So, I believe we all had a swell day. Possible, I'm sure we all had busy ones, but we are back here again. Um, Quickly, I want us to, in our groups, let everyone know that our classes are back on, and we have a little time to go because I know that some of us will soon have to go on breaks that will run away and not come back. Good evening, Dishes. Good evening. Okay, let me pull up our slides already. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, Faith. Good evening, Suno. All right, good evening, Taiwo, Regina. Hi, how you imagine? Good evening, everyone. Okay, so in a nutshell, can I just have in the comment section a recap from yesterday? Let me just see what you got before I move on today. Let me see what you got. Admin, you can just help pin some of those recap comments on the screen when they come up. Okay, I'm waiting. Let's see feedback from yesterday. I know we went into um, product design for product management, for product managers, and we're able to see what and what you need to know as a designer in this field. I use the word as a designer because you need to think like a designer, and that's why we're using the concept design thinking. We're running through the 5 whys. Really, that's all you learned yesterday, though. That's quite summarized. Yeah. So the 5 whys is literally very little subcomponents compared to everything we had in class here. But that's fine if 5 whys is all that you learned. Uh, Product design principles, empathize, define. Very good, very good, very good, Citri. Making a lot of sense there. Okay, I'm trying to buy time for a lot of us so that we get going very fast. Okay, okay. Original time, we talked about design thinking, uh, user interface, asking questions, using the 5 whys, what we need to do to please our users. Okay, um, let's still buy more time. Let's still buy more time. But I'm also trying to get what you know so that I can gauge where to go from today. A product manager should have an idea about product design, okay? User research. That is good. That is good. That is good. All right. Good evening, Victoria. Okay, so an explanation if we should study product design or not. Really, exactly. So please, always make your notes when you're in class. Okay, it will help you to have a full understanding. You'll be able to recap. You'll be able to learn. You'll be able to grow, and a host of other things. Okay. Product managers may not need to become expert designers, but having the knowledge helps in many ways. Okay. Five-way method, root cause analysis. Alrighty. Um, Still expecting more and more feedbacks from us. Okay, okay. Chuku favor. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. A product manager should always what? Should always ask why. It's okay. That's a lot. A lot of learning right there. That's good. That's very good. Uh, if we can have more, we're still good to go. Um, so there is something I've noticed while I was in school here. How many of you noticed that you attend a class and you realize that someone else's note? You see someone else's, someone say root cause analysis. So you see someone else's note and it looks as if the person's class is way beyond you. You know, it's as if the person attended the class that you did not attend, and you attended the same class. So it's how we pay attention. Okay, how we pay attention matters. So saying that to say this, um, please don't just be in class. Attend class. Yesterday I ran at least 20 slides for you guys, and to be sincere, I can. It's easy to take a class without slides. Trust me, this is what we do every day. Or I could even do maybe just 5 slides that would just give a synopsis while I talk through, and explain for the 2 hours. However, I'm trying to ensure that there are slides and almost for everything I want to say, so that at least you can take a lot of notes and so that you can know a lot of things. And I'm saying that with all sense of responsibility. Okay, um, I've done trainings before. I've been a part of all of this, and I can tell you that for facilitation, things are largely skeletal. Okay, things are largely skeletal. So people will give you just something, and then of course we can explain deeply. But then the idea is to ensure that you have all of the technical terms. Let me tell you how to approach the class today. Do as if you have an interview tomorrow. Okay, that means you will have to ensure to take from everything we're saying. You will ensure to swallow every point we're making. You will ensure to, concentrate fully. I want to believe you are in this class today with a note. Don't just screenshots. I'm very sure many of you are just screenshotting that you have not gone back to since you started the class. So take a lot of notes. Right. Okay. I'm well versed in the knowledge that we are all many, or let me say majority, are ladies in this class, which means we have this meticulous approach to learning. So please don't just gloss through. Take a lot of notes because if I'm asking for synopsis, I believe that many of us should be much more detailed than we're doing right now. Okay, and which means we're learning in piecemeal. We are grabbing the knowledge here and there. We're not taking it fully, and when you're not taking it fully, it affects the flow. Okay, um, please, I said that to encourage all of us to approach learning differently. Okay, this is our 4th week, and we have just a few weeks to go, and we want to ensure that you learn the best. So, as much as we are, you know, um, flowing together and trying to gloss over, and I'm explaining, pay attention to the pages. Okay, pay good attention to the pages that you're seeing them, and the more you do that, the more you can learn. Okay, one of my desires for this class is that we learn everything. And when I'm saying learning everything, I mean all the technicalities. Okay, learn all the technicalities, all of the English that you think you may not know. Learn them. Okay, you can bring up my slides. That mean all of the technicalities you think may be hard, maybe stressful, may not be easy. Please do learn them. Okay. Um, And let's see where that takes us from here. So, sorry, I want to believe many of us are in class now. So, we stopped here yesterday. We stopped around approach to framing your problems. And many of us have gone for the user's perspective, which is very good. But then I mentioned yesterday why the 4Ws are the best way to get a better problem statement. So let me run through what I'm doing again. We're doing design thinking, all right? Quick one. Let me run you through what we're doing again today. So we're doing design thinking, and design thinking runs through 5 phases: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, test. Empathize is you trying to be in your consumer's shoe, be in the shoe of your users, be in their thinking, their pain points, their processes, know what they're going through, know what their needs are, craft their problem statement, and that's when you come to define. Define now is all of that research, all of that information gathering. You want to bring them together to craft a statement or to give a direction, to give a sense of purpose to what you're building. The next is ideate, which we will go through today deeper. Ideate is when you now, all the ideas, all you are trying to get the idea for your solution. So we spend a lot of time today on ideate. Just a minute. We spend a lot of time today on ideates and prototyping. Prototyping, we'll touch a bit of it also today, but mainly on ideate because prototype is a bit wide. Under ideate and prototype, we're going to go into some tools and frameworks that you are supposed to use as a product designer. Yeah, in this case, as a product manager, and you're able to know how to use them to develop better products. Okay. Um, I'm still looking at the class size. This is like the 50% of what we had yesterday. So if as much as you can let your people know that there is a class today and it's currently ongoing. I know it's Wednesday and it's church, so that may be one of the issues. But in case people are not aware, please let's go ahead. So of course, we did all of that yesterday, and for our empathize, we talked about understanding your consumers, your users' feelings, interview them. We talked about using interviews. Where your interviews do not surface, um, you also use your empathy map, one-on-one questions, of course. And then when they are asking their questions, you use your 5 whys to really get what their problem really is. We did that using 2 case studies, one with the airplane and one with the food app. Then we now moved on into, of course, one we've already done. And then I showed you the framework for empathy mapping. You write what they say here. It's just use this framework, what they say, what they think, what they do, what they feel, and their goals. You understand? Just sketch them. It could be in a paper. It could be in any whiteboarding solution. Yeah. By whiteboarding, I mean applications that have a white space that you can start drawing something. You could either be Microsoft Word if it's easy for you to use. It could be PowerPoint if it's easy for you to use. It could be Excel. But for more advanced, to give yourself some steez, use Figma, use Lucid Charts, use and come up with just mind. So as much as possible, you can use any whiteboarding solution. You can use a paper as well. But I'm looking at how you're going to present that to your stakeholders. So moving on, I showed you empathy mapping a bit. Then we went around creating some buttons. Yeah. Yes, I wanted to drop a disclaimer. So I noticed that the money point account opening on the phone is better. Same with OPay. So what you're having online is their corporate account, which of course should have some serious onboarding. Thank you. I wanted to put that disclaimer. So I think they had a good solution. It's just for the corporate user. And if you're a corporate user and your account opening is like that, the onboarding is still very simple, I believe. You don't want to do corporate account opening for many banks out there. The onboarding is not that simple. So yes, we talked about how to build empathy map yesterday. Define your goals, know the user persona you are mapping, define primary purpose for the mapping, gather materials, collect research, then use sticky notes to put your conversation into each quadrant. And what are the quadrants we're talking about? These are the quadrants. This is a quadrant. What they are saying, you can use some sticky notes to use it for say, some sticky notes for what they're thinking, some sticky notes for what they do, some sticky notes for what they feel, some sticky notes for their goals. Okay. Um, let me show you something. Let me show you something. There's a particular um, design. There's a design, more of a design school per se that I quite of join. It's online, sort of. It's product management product design school per se. So they always have all of these things. Let me share you what the basic empathy map looks like. Let me share something. Please, sure you can see my screen. I want to believe you can. Um, okay, so you can see those quadrants. You can see them here, right? You can see think. You can see. Please, if you can see them, I want you to note. You can see think. You can see. You can see. Let me do them out for you. You can see hear. You can see say and do. You can see their pains. You can see their gains. So we're talking about markers here. So just use some sticky notes to draw here. Okay. Use some sticky notes to just draw what they think. Okay, frustrated by inconvenience of using separate apps, anxious about not knowing progress at a glance, desires ease of use in the performance dashboard. That's the think and feel. Okay, we're coming back to what are the competitors doing? Many fitness apps make it difficult to track multi-sport data in one place. Friends tracking data in spreadsheets to share with coaches. Okay, so that's about the competitor app. So that those are the things it sees the app is currently using. Okay, so you have to just do that. These are rituals you must learn to do as a product manager. They are not stressful. Just try to do them. We have received suggestions from friends, listens to fitness media, podcast, informed decision making, receive suggestions from friends again. That's for here. Then under what they do or say, manually enters data into separate apps. I appreciate features that provide information. I lose track of fitness goals and achievements. Look for user-friendly fitness apps and dashboards. Do you understand? Then what are your pains? uh, Struggles with tracking data from multiple fitness activities, challenging to monitor progress towards fitness goals, easily track progress toward um, fitness goals, consolidate data from cycling and running in one convenient dashboard, stay motivated and engaged in working towards fitness goals. Do you understand? So those are that's this person. So you can see how the empathy map is done. So you can look for tools that can create this. And you can start to use any whiteboard. But this is just mind will give you this, okay? Just mind will give you this. Aha will give you this. But for many of them, you have to, they are not free. That's the issue with many of these things. They are not free. You can also use Figma. Figma will easily give you this. Easily. I mean, stresslessly. Figma is the best for this, especially if you don't have money to start subscribing all the time. If you're with me, please just say something in the comment section. I'm just trying to show you, and I believe you should be able to do an empathy map now. So if you're doing a screenshot, you better screenshot because you're going to have an assignment like this. Just do it for one or two people, and then we'll get there. We'll get there, princess. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. But I want to also say something. For everything we've been mentioning, try and always do your research, okay, on these things. See, let me tell you one thing that you need to know. Many of these things are very, very user friendly. I'll repeat, they are exceedingly user friendly. So by the time you get to that environment, uh, by the time you get to that environment, you will realize that you have a lot to learn, but then you can easily learn them. By user friendly, um, you can easily see where to pick a file, where to drop it. Yes, it's not supposed to be clear. It's a diagram. It's not like this that is drawn from scratch. It's a diagram. So expanding it blurs it out. Do you understand? But I'm just trying to show you what these particular boxes that is here, what they stand for. Do you understand? The way they look in real life. This is the box I just showed you in practical terms. I will go again. Boy. So this is the box I just showed you. You can see this is just the box in practical terms. All right. This is just the box in practical terms. You can see how it's supposed to look. So For each of those things, you use your sticky notes to whatever interview you've done with them. Just use your basic sticky notes, and you will see them on Figma, on Just Minds, on Lucid Charts. Just pick your sticky notes and put here. But I will show you Figma in a moment from now, okay? So that you can get it. But while I'm talking, if you don't have Figma by your side, you can just try to open it. You can use anything, basically anything for this thing, any whiteboarding application. In fact, you can use Google Jamboard. Google has a Jamboard that can do this. Hey, way. Many of us are taking us way back with all these questions, really. But let me go again. The box is for empathy mapping. The box is for empathy mapping. We did that yesterday. The box is for empathy mapping. All right. When you're mapping your people, you're trying to know what they say, what they think, what they do, what they feel. And empathy mapping is what you do as a way to also empathize. Of course, it's under empathize, the first component of design thinking. Do you understand? That's empathize. So when you are talking to them, you want to note all of these things and put them together in a map so that you can have oh no, don't be sorry, you go. And to have all the information of your user in a just at a glance. That's the idea. So that you will not be writing 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of notes. So in tech, one of the things that you must know with tech is that we try to streamline information and make sure that information is easily accessible. More like an executive summary, a pictorial executive summary. So the box you are looking at here. So by the time you are talking to your customer here, you are getting what they say, you're getting what they think, you're getting what they do, you're getting what they feel, you're getting their goals and their pain points. So this box here is what is here. Alrighty. I just put it. So what you are saying here is what it will look when you have done it. So it's supposed to look like this. Do you understand? Just use different sticky notes. And if possible, just stick with these colors. You can see their pains below. You can see their gains to the right. That's how we get their goals. You can even decide to add another box to write their goals. But don't worry, when we get to Figma, you will understand this. So let's move on this. Good. Let me see. Chinjere, is that clear? Do you need some more clarity? But then I'll move on. But let me see. If I see your comments, I may come back. All right. So still moving on empathy mapping. I said, say, think, does, feels, goals. So what do you have under say? Say we contain direct quotes. Direct quotes. What they are saying as you're talking to them. They are direct quotes. Good evening, Anolua. That's what you have under say. What the user. All right. Thank you. So it will contain direct quotes based on what the user has said. That's for say. For think, what they might be thinking is what you have there. What they might be thinking but don't explicitly reveal. That was when we talked about Twitter yesterday. That most people feel stupid for not being able to use Twitter some kind of way. So that's what we have under think. Just write it there. For here, I said, am I stupid for not being able to navigate this website? Maybe that's what they think. Look, note it there. For instance, how do you get what they think? Maybe they are saying, okay, the app environment is a bit clumsy, it's a bit hard to know, and most times it stresses me. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let me see this question, Duro. So during the phase of creating our product, we did empathy mapping. So we do another empathy mapping for design thinking. Yes. So if you have done empathy mapping, like I told you, for your product, but that was under marketing, of course. If you already did it there, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. The same thing you've done there is what you need here. That's all. We only added it here because we know that people may not have missed it. People may have missed it, but also it's also part of design thinking process. So I will not take that out. So Drew, you're right, but you don't need to reinvent the wheel, except if you feel like you were not detailed enough, and as at the time of designing, you are not having enough information. And I will tell you, we'll get there. When you get under prototyping, you will see how your empathize limit may have been low. So they are not just 5 steps, so they are 5 consecutive steps. If you don't do one right, you fall short at a particular space. We'll get there. So you write what they think, what they do, you will know it, and look at concrete action. What they do is about action they take on their existing apps, maybe refreshing a page, clicking a button, comparing different options. Do you get what they feel? Consider what emotions the user is experiencing at certain points. For example, frustrated, can't find what they're looking for on the page. Then goal. In other goals, it's not your goal for the map. You just know what your user is trying to achieve. So when you have done that, you put that in these 5 boxes. And instead of writing, you can see, let me tell you, it's not about tools. You may not use sticky notes. You can decide to not even use this box. Just make sure it's noted that you have it written. But just for presentation purposes, this is the best way. Let me just use the word good practice. One thing I like to do is to be creative my own way. So if you find other ways to present your information, you can use it. But this is just the established. All right. Okay. And like I said, I will show you again. So if that box is confusing you, this is how it's supposed to look when it's done. It's supposed to look like this customer empathy map for maybe somebody that's interested in working out. All right. Moving on. Moving on. Blah blah blah. So let's look at. We have a long journey to go today. Anyway, so we have talked about, and then we talked about define yesterday. All right. So I'll start from here. So I said we talked about problem statements, yeah, and we all picked user perspective as our own approach to framing problems. And I was explaining why the four W's are better. Okay, why are they better? You have all of the information is more comprehensive. The information is more comprehensive. If you look at user's perspective, the problem that we found out from the user's perspective, you write it as if it's the user talking, as if it's the user talking to you. So we say, I'm a young working professional. Please don't forget you can zoom your YouTube screen. If you cannot see, you can zoom your YouTube screen. Thank you. So I'm a young working professional trying to eat healthily, but I'm struggling because I work long hours and don't always have time to go grocery shopping and prepare my meals. This makes me feel frustrated and bad about myself. That is the user talking. Now you can also write it as if you, the researcher, are the one talking. Okay? So this is how you write it. Busy working professionals need an easy time, efficient way to eat. Healthily because they often work, oh sorry. Busy working professionals need an easy time, efficient way to eat healthily because they often work long hours and won't have time to shop and meal prep. That's like the researcher. Now, but using the 4 W's, our young working professional struggles to eat healthily during the week because she is working long hours. Our solution should deliver a quick and easy way for her to procure ingredients and prepare healthy meals that she can take to work. Oh, there are meetings on Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Yeah. Admin, please answer to that time very well so that I don't lead them astray. Thank you. All right. So the 4 W's we answer who, what, where, and why. Okay. The 4 W's would answer who, what, where, and why. I'm moving on. So writing a user needs statement is also something you need to know. So traditionally, a user needs statement have 3 components. Please ensure you are noting these things down where you are. You have your user, the need, the goal. The user, the need, the goal. Okay? It's simple. For example, Aleda, a multitasking tech-savvy mother of 2, needs to quickly and confidently compare options without leaving in her comfort zone in order to spend more time doing the things that really matter. So always learn that your user need must have the user. Your user need must have the user, number one. That is, and the user is not just the name. It must include a little bit of persona. That is, for instance, Alida, a multitasking tech-savvy mother of 2, needs the need to quickly and confidently compare options without leaving her comfort zone. The goal, in order to spend more time doing the things that really matter. Okay, let me get this question. How do you find the balance when your users have different goals? Yes, that's why you're not having one user persona. You're supposed to have more than one. You're interviewing a lot of people. All of their goals must make up features. The good thing for you is that the most common features, maybe if you have 6 to 10 features common to 6 users, my dear, you don't win. But if you do not have that, their individual goals can still drive into what you want to build. Because your app is going to have features. Okay? Your app is going to have features. For example, if you're doing a fitness app, it's going to have gym. It's going to have daily exercises. It's going to be able to track what they're doing. It's going to be able to. So some people may have issues with that. My own does not read aloud. Okay, I would have preferred the reads aloud. Even if other people did not say it, adding a read aloud feature would not be bad because other people will appreciate that there is read aloud. Do you get the idea now? So people may feel like, okay, I want to know the number of steps I've taken today, like Apple Health. This app does not give me that. If you can add that, everyone knows that. Some people may say, okay, I want to get notifications every morning about telling me to work out. And I want to also get notifications after I'm done working out, greeting me for working out. Oh, well, I'm fine. So, what you're doing talking to many users, don't forget your first class. I talked about branding. Thank you. I talked about branding. I said brand is not just what you say it is. It is how each of your user perceive your product. So, if you can build, um, please remind me which bank uses the ad line one customer. There's a bank that uses this ad line one customer. Is it Bank PHB now? One customer bank. Please remind me. Anyone in the comment section, we can also check. One customer bank. That should be bank PHB. Is it the network or the comment section is not loading today? Oh, Sterling Bank. Sterling Bank. Sterling, thank you. Sterling Bank. Sterling. So, what do you think they mean by one customer? The idea is they are saying, even though we have 1 billion customers, we are treating everyone like they're just one customer. That is, we're attending to every person's need. So, the need of Mr. A, yeah, thank you very much. The need of Mr. A must be attended to. The need of Mr. B must be attended to. So if you do your research, all your customers, all your responses must be catered for. Do you understand? Now it does not mean you now have 1 million features. Of course, you weight your features, you aggregate. You can do it your own way. That's why I say you have to be creative. There may not be tools for it, but you're supposed to be creative. That's what education is for, is to allow your mind to expand. It's not to box it. So don't say they've taught us empathy mapping. That's the only thing I will do. No. You can easily look at it. Okay, now I have 100 responses. Do you understand? What are they all looking for? In fact, if you use ChatGPT very well, you can try to copy all the 100 from your Excel, drop everything in ChatGPT. Can you group these responses in and group the comments that look alike? Maybe ChatGPT will give you back 10 different paragraphs. You can now carry those 10 paragraphs and study them again. Okay, you can now get the idea of what they're looking for. You can still tell it, okay, from these things, suggest features I may use. Then when you now see them, you now bring it back again to your own ideation. When we get to ideation, we'll tell you, I'm just trying to let you understand how AI can help your work. So by the time you've got into that spot, you must attend to all your user needs, okay? And that's why you must also have a one customer mindset. Treat all your customer as important. And so treat all your user as important. And we have 27 minutes before the break, so I need to run. You have a lot to learn, and I want you to learn that. So let's talk about creating user personas. User personas are semi-fictional examples of people who are likely to buy or browse your products. Semi-fictional, they exist, okay? But from your interviews, from your feedback, you're able to craft what your average user is like. What your thank you. What your average person is like. So most sellers serve various demographics. It's so important to put together buyer personas that are comprehensive representation of your customer base. Just a minute here. Thank you. So what you're trying to do is to all of those things you've done, you're trying to capture your customer base into maybe just 1 or 2 users. And that's a lot of work. Because now that you have about 100 responses, you're trying to collapse them into one person. I'm going through all of these details for a reason. Because I know that many of the things we're teaching here have been taught. You probably heard them, maybe if you're doing a branding class, probably have heard many of these things. If you're doing a marketing class, probably have heard all of these things. If you're doing a social media management class, probably heard of all of these things. But the problem is that many of us know how to do these things very shallowly in a way that it loses the essence of what they actually are. So when you say user persona, it's not just you just saying Shola is 20, Shola is in Lagos. No, it's like you've done your research, you have seen what from there you can get that, okay, my average user is like a 27-year-old person. Why? Because all your search, all your responses, majority of them are between the age of 25 and 30. So you can agree to it. So somebody will see you write 27 years and he just thinks you just woke up one day and wrote 27 on your screen. No, I didn't just write 27. I had come from research. So if I'm telling you that this app must appeal to this age group, I'm telling you because it came from the market. So I'm telling you to build a product that can go back to the market. Does that make sense? I'm saying what I'm saying because if you follow product management as a topic on Twitter and you see the conversations daily, your head go wrong. Oh. For example, I saw one today. Somebody said, sorry, oh, Facebook is, hypothetically, said Facebook is launching, okay, I'm going to type it out. I'm going to type it out so that we all can see it. Let me type it. Just a minute. I'm creating personas. Let me type it so we all can see it. It will really serve us good if we all can. Okay. So let me just type sample questions that let me just type common. Oh, thank you very much, Russian. No, it's not. It's not water. It's just stress sneeze, I guess. Common PM issues or questions. So let me type the problem. So they said, for instance, Facebook, you are a new product manager at Meta. FB is Facebook market is launching. Thank you. Amen. Blessings to my truth. Amen. Thank you very much. Facebook market is launching. Okay, let me put it. It's launching a job feature where recruiters and job seekers can interact just as in on LinkedIn. Okay. So let me just ask a simple question. What, as a product manager, what are the thank you very much. You will use to measure the success of that feature. Okay. Now look at what's on your screen. I want to see it better. I'm coming. I need to allow you to see better. Because I'm trying to show you, and please, if you're on Twitter, everyone, or on LinkedIn, just in your search, just click search for product management and then follow that topic. When you follow that topic, you will see what product managers are discussing daily. So that you can understand what your real problem is like. It's not your job is not to know your job is big. Oh. Your job is big. So see what's on my screen. Thank you. So you are a new product manager at Meta. Facebook Market is launching a job feature where recruiters and job seekers can interact. The network is fine now. I've worked on it. Where recruiters and job seekers can interact, just as on LinkedIn. As the product manager, what are the metrics we use to measure the success of that feature? Now, I know you're not doing product metrics yet. Do you understand? But you can see where the issue is. So, I'm not going to ask you as a job seeker now. I'm going to change my question. So this is the question exactly as it is on Twitter. I saw today that a PM asked. So let me craft a question for you. Okay. How will you add that feature to the current Facebook? Okay. No. How will you go about adding that feature to the current? What is a heart metrics? Your life done better. Makes sense. Facebook environment. Alrighty. Slideshow. Whew. So look at this. How will you add that feature to the current Facebook environment? You're a product manager. Because they ask you this question. And sometimes what they are trying to ask you in this question is to test your research strength. Do you understand? It's to test your research strength, basically. They're trying to see how you think, how your mindset work, how you process. Because some people will just say, I will just call my designers and then we'll start adding it to it. Do you understand? Some people will just say, I will just what I will do it. We'll get it done. I believe in myself. I don't doubt me. Me, I believe I can do anything I set my heart to do. And then you're already losing the job as they're asking you. Because when they are asking you these questions, they want to understand your design thinking. How do you add a new feature? No one readily comes to Facebook to look for a job, literally. However, there are so many job conversations on LinkedIn. Okay, people are posting. On Facebook. Sorry, Facebook. People are posting about roles. People are getting, jobs. People are in each other's DMs. There's already a Facebook market where people exchange goods. So if there is that market, there can also be exchange of. There can also be, instead of goods, there can be job as a service. So what you can be selling is job. Okay, users have want that feature on Facebook exactly. So by the word find out, if I'm a recruiter, I may not feel you totally, but for you to say that thing, I know that your head thinks research first and your head thinks the market first, and that makes you a good fit for me. What I'm doing, all I'm doing now, is to make your mind expand to what your job really is. So even if you don't just think you just cram steps, no, your job is a crazily thinking job. Do you understand? It's a thinking job. Your head has to be very, very active. So all of these principles we are teaching you, you have to know them very fast because at the time you'll be using them as if they are the back of your head. Do you understand? So you won't say, we'll do empathy mapping. No, there's no need for empathy mapping. In quotes now. But you know that you are talking to people, you are trying to know what their pain points. Okay, have you ever gotten a job? So, okay, you do a user research. So, how do you craft your questions? Have you ever gotten a job before via Facebook? Maybe you can look at those within your jobs, within your work, who are HR or job, just general. So, but you have to think crazily. So before you can go on YouTube, yeah, Google product manager interviews and see questions they're asking them. Please do that before our class on Friday. Okay, that's your assignment. That's one assignment now. But it's not going to be in the books. Please, and I want you to all of you watch it. Just note 5 questions they ask. Watch at least 2, 3 videos. I can tell you, watch Google Product Manager interviews for Meta, Product Manager interviews for YouTube or Google, Product Manager interviews for Microsoft, and see what people are asking. So you know that this is not beans. Alrighty, moving on. So I just said that. So when you are creating persona, okay, persona is you trying to put all of the research you've done about your different user into a single person. We'll get there. I'll show you how to do it. Kolera. It's not hard. So user personas, I said number one, they must be based on real data, based on real data. Then number two, include key demographics. Number three, define goals and challenges the user face. Number four, add behavioral characteristics. Number five, create a visual and narrative profile. I want to repeat again for those who did not hear. Go and watch product manager interview so that you can see the problem they're starting you to tackle. Your job is serious thinking job. I won't say that on it because the truth is they already have product designers. They have devs who know their jobs. So they don't want features that are not thought of. They don't want metrics that are not reasonable. And by the time we get to metrics, you get it. Who said it's not clear? You can zoom your YouTube screen, okay? Just try to zoom your YouTube screen. Oh, okay, it's fine now. Moving on. Now, I'm going to show you a typical persona that I created here. Sorry, for a persona, you are trying to include a lot of info. Emma Bino. So it cannot be bigger than this. Just zoom your screen. My network is hanging. Please, can someone else confirm that? I want to believe I'm using a very good network. But then, please, someone else confirm so I can make a change. However, I don't think there's any change I can make currently. But it's fine. Please confirm you can see the screen. Then zoom to see the details in each part. Now look at this. Alrighty, moving on. So I'm working with Shade Robinson. So this is a persona. This is basically what a persona looks like. So you will know the person's personality from the research you have been doing. You've done a lot of research, yeah? You've done a lot of research, yeah? You've done a lot of research. You've been asking questions, empathy mapping, what they say, what they do, what they think, what they feel. By now, you should know about them. So your persona is just you representing the information of the majority. Oh, okay. I think I understand now. The majority of your users is being able to represent them in a basic place. But I'm doing this because you will see when you are doing marketing, they will say persona. When you are doing social media management, persona. So when you say it's so bad, and when you say persona outside, everybody says, I know what persona is. And they don't know. That's the sad part. People actually don't know. They just think they do. By the time you ask them, what is the process you use to get your persona? They will say, well, I wrote it. You are not supposed to write it arbitrarily. It's supposed to come from research. I said something here. I said user personas. Number one, base personas on real data from user research and interview. It's on YouTube, John. John Tina is on YouTube. You can get them on YouTube, all of the interviews. Just Google them on YouTube. I mean, just search them on YouTube, you find them, okay? So, base personas on real data from user research and interviews. Include key demographics that you have found in research. Don't just write things from your head. Define goals and challenges the user face. How would you have gotten the challenge? From your research, from your mapping and all of that. Add behavioral characteristics such as preferences and habits. Then create a visual and narrative profile. So after doing all of that, this is my own visual and narrative profile. So from this, Shade has a famous quote that I can use a quote to describe Shade, or maybe a quote she says. You can even ask, the future depends on what you do today. She's used to saying that. So fine. Shade Robinson is 27. Please, you can zoom your YouTube screen to see this better. Okay? And the picture is not compulsory. It's not compulsory. It's not compulsory. You can easily use a typical picture, but if you Google personas, just Google user personas online and click images, you will see them use pictures. So it's just good practice. Okay. You can also use avatars. You can use avatars basically. So she's a business analyst in Lagos, Nigeria. What I'm trying to do here is to tell you that I'm targeting Nigerians. I'm targeting Nigerians, and I'm looking at people in the professional tech space by that word business analyst. Okay, of course, she's on social media, so social media marketing will get to this person if I push my product. Our motivation is simple: necessity, price, comfort, convenience, speed. So that means whenever I'm building my product, I know she's price sensitive and she's convenience sensitive. So that means our pricing must be moderate. And then the ease of use of the app must be very, very good. Of course, after building some apps, maybe your first two apps, you'll be able to see how users generally think. So for your next 2, 3, 4 products, you may not go through these rigorous steps anymore. But then you will know that you are talking from existing data that you can easily pull up from your subconscious to pull up things like this. So you can know that from your research, you've never seen a solution where somebody wants unnecessary pricing. So you put that there. People want convenience. You put that there. People want speed. The app must be fast. So we're building something. Okay, and someone sent, and then I got the test link today to test. And the first thing I'm saying that guy, the speed is bad. Okay, it's taking time to load. We need to work on the speed. I didn't even need to use persona for that. I've seen over time that everybody likes speed. So whatever is reducing speed, let's work on it. Another thing I also saw was convenience. Using it on phone is very hard. It's good on the system, okay? If you open it on laptop, it's fine. But on phone, the experience is terrible and it's getting harder to use. So let's rework it. So we're going back to drawing board, just to correct a few things. Now that's your job. That's your job. And it's coming from by the time you've done this over time, you have a perfect understanding of consumer behavior. Okay. You know how consumers think already. You are in their mind now. So it's more like telepathy, literally. Let me not use the word sorcery, but you can easily think what they're thinking. You can see through their minds and you know what they're doing. So some people at some point, that's why I said yesterday, it must become a philosophy to you. So from their motivations, you go to their personality, introvert, extrovert. This person is more of an extrovert. So yeah, they are the loud type. So thank God you can easily talk about your app to other people. Passive, active, they are quite passive. So that means your app may have some prompting. You should be able to see the words when you zoom. Let me see on my own screen. Okay, another thing you may need to do is to check the quality of your YouTube. Okay, ensure that your YouTube is in higher quality mode. Okay, ensure that you set your YouTube to higher quality mode before you zoom, and also don't over zoom. All right, don't zoom to eternity as if you want to see the moon. Just zoom, just a bit reasonably. But then also ensure that your YouTube quality is not on the minimum. It's simple. Tap your screen, your top right, you will see a settings button. When you click on settings, the first thing that will come out is your quality. So I can guess that many of you, your video is on maybe 143p, which is very low. Okay. So try and increase it to higher quality. That's if you have the data. If you know your network is not strong, leave it as it's low. All right. Thank you. And don't also over zoom so that you can just see. So is this person analytical or creative? I've noted that. So just define them, okay? So this is your what I call your creative visual of your persona. Now it's clear. What you are trying to do, you don't need to tell everybody, yeah, I've done a lot of work, oh, I've done user research, I've gone to the 240 is not enough. It may not be too good. Just click it and change to higher quality so that you can have better view, Dr. Roka. Yes. So of course, you are not trying to tell people that have gone to the market. Uh, okay, I understand. I understand. So maybe it's just StreamYard quality then. Because from my end, the reason I'm saying it, I'm also on YouTube and I'm joining YouTube from your end. So what I'm seeing on my YouTube is very clear. I can see your comments because I'm on YouTube. So on my end, I'm not having issues on the YouTube. And I know that if whatever I'm seeing on YouTube is also what you should see because I'm joining as a user so that I can also get your own experience, basically. And that's why I'm also you can see me argue some of the when some people say I cannot hear you. Me, I know I can hear on the YouTube. The people say I cannot see your screen. I know I could see. You get. So I can quickly adjust any issue that I can see from your end. Thank you. So moving on, you're not going to tell everyone that I've done this, I've done that. Oh, I need a job. You are supposed to come to the app. Your every work you've done, you know, try to. So if you have studied something so far, realize that all the work you have done, we are trying to make you present them in a concise manner. All right, thank you very much, guys. I like the feedbacks. All right. High quality is clear. Okay, okay. In a concise manner, you see the way you see the empathy mapping diagram I showed you. I'll do it again. You see the empathy mapping diagram. You can see how it's concise. All of your information, all of your one-on-one research, you can see how we present it just in a simple box, and that's all. That's freaking all. It doesn't get more than that. Um, if you see, yes, you can see it. I'm trying to show you. You can see it's a simple 5 boxes. Just use small sticky notes to do it. If you go to your all your user stress too, you can see where we are showing it in just a basic user persona. Okay, so hold on. I don't want to rush. Okay, so this is another persona as well. This is Brad Pittman that also worked on. So you can also, just like this, present your information in a very concise manner. And the idea behind doing it well like this, as a product manager, um, you are not only interfacing with your thank you, Dr. Ronke, I get that. So as a product manager, you're not only, of course, all of us, we're always on YouTube when that's why we can see your questions and attend to them. As a product manager, you are not just talking. I think we will try to teach you something on communication for product managers. Yes, just in some 30 minutes class, so that you can also get some things. You're not just communicating with your, and I will look for some role play videos to play for us, and we'll see how communication for product managers work because we want this to really be as comprehensive as possible. Um, so back to my class. You are not just communicating to developers and to your tech team. You are communicating to stakeholders. And you could know that you must know that slide presentation is also a skill. So if your slides are looking anyhow, if the information is not well presented, they won't trust you with the products. Because I can see many of you thinking, all these things, I can't stress myself this much. But the truth is, how will I tell you I'm building a good product for you if the design of my slide is looking anyhow? Do you understand? So your slide should even look as if there is a product person working on this slide. It shouldn't look as if it's an average, maybe mathematics teacher that is just writing slides. Sorry to say, I like maths a whole lot as well, so that's why I used it. So, of course, maybe in a training, the slide will not be good. Though. Of course, the slide will not be gaga in a training because in a training, the product manager may be busy and just try to make sure there are slides available for you to learn. But when you see the slides the product manager wants to use for clients, for stakeholders, forget to. They do it well because you're communicating to people that matter. Um, which is what I'm also trying to let you understand by this part. So you don't want to just cook up your persona anyhow and dump it on them. You have to do it well, do it neatly. Should I tell you the truth? There are templates online. Literally go to Google, yeah. Go to Google, just type anything you want because some people are saying you're not giving us templates. No, go to Google, just type user persona templates for Google Sheets, user persona templates for PowerPoint, user persona templates, Kinikon. By the time you follow, before 234, you will see free persona templates. Free that you can easily download and work with. You can find them on Slides Go, on then just any for any of the links you check. Of course, some of them will be paid. You won't have clicked on 5 links before you find something free. This is basically Google Slides. I use Google Slides for this. But of course, I don't need to start from the scratch. So I just typed user persona templates for Google Slides. That's all. They will bring, click that one. They will give you 1 million. You can just click and then you work with. Okay? Good. So work smart. Moving on. I said the goal is to get the design team towards a feasible user-centered solution. Um, of course, we have a lot of work to do on that customer journey. So I would want us to just check again because we have 2 minutes to go on our break. So I'll use this one to prep us for break while I come back to customer journey as we move on. Our journey is far and we'll get there. We're still discussing customer because before by the time we come back from the break, we're discussing customer journeys, the complete product experience for the customer. We're discussing customer journey map, how we go about it, and all of this is very easy. Don't get all technical. It's very easy. Then we'll talk about ideation. We look at the crazy eights. We're looking at how to get great ideas. Um, we're going to, of course, how to still get great ideas. We have the persona, the need, the reason. Then we are going to prototyping and the tools you can use for prototyping. We are looking at the prototype design process and all of that. We are going to look at product design artifacts. We start with user flow and how you can draw it from the start to the end, benefits of user flow. We are going to check, this is on Figma, it's not here, but I will show you, this is when we get to Figma on how to create it. I pray we get here today and how to create user flows. This is what we're going to do when we come back. This is Figma. I will show you how it's done here. So you need to go on your break very fast and then come back to all of this. So, but on your way back, make sure you have opened Figma on your laptop. If it's on phone, I can't teach you. There's nothing you can do on your phone with Figma. So, but then you can still join the class and so that you can learn the process. So this is it. And of course, that it doesn't end there. We still have other journey to go. From there, you're going to see sketching. Sketching, we're going to look at how to sketch and of course, we see what sketching is, and hopefully we can get to sketching today. If not, we'll kick off from there and next class. Thank you very much, guys. Take your quick break, and we come back to creating ideas. Thank you. All right, we're back here. Good evening. My visible. All right. Yes, good evening. Thank you. We've jumped a lot of steps just to convince us. Ha! As usual, many of us have joined and traveled again now. Come back, come back, come back. Come back, come back, come back to me. Come back, come back, come back to me. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, come back to me. All right. We are here. That's 52. 52 of 90. I saw 90 when I was living, so um, I know 52 is like a fraction. Thank you, Ayonpe. So we're supposed to move with creative customer journey, creating customer journey. Um, that's another thing you need to know. It's still under, let me see. Okay, it's not under I did. No engineer. No engineer. Your journey is far. So you're still defining. Your customer journey is still part of defining. Okay? Uh, it's to know you want to say the jackpot today, Abby. The customer journey is still part of defining. It's part of defining. I need to know that attendance. Do people used to enter bike to go and feel it? That they hold up on the way? Because I need to know why there's always a gap within that time and coming back. It's just one or two, three things go. You cannot use Google Form. Yes, you can use Google Form response to build the user persona. Exactly. Exactly. What you're seeing there is what, in fact, that's what you should have done. That's the only way you can do it. Your assignment, it's not like an assignment for class. Your assignment for class will be put on your canvas tomorrow, I believe. But what I told you to do, basically more like a class practice, is to, 1 minute, alrighty, look out for interviews online matter. Interviews on YouTube, product management interviews, and see just for you to know the issues product managers solve, especially at senior roles. Okay, yeah, thank you. And I'm doing that so that I can change your approach to how you are attending these classes. It's not don't see it as a beginner class. I won't lie to you. What we're doing for you in this training is from literally everything, both beginner, even master class. However, we're also trying not to clog your head, so we're not going too detailed into some of the concepts there because we believe they might be quite, you know, something you will grow to, not something you just cram now. However, whatever you say are basic for you to know. Really, they're basic for you to know. I can tell you for a fact there is no product management training that is not this exhaustive. You will almost ask yourself, what are you looking for at some point? Because it's wide. You're trying to think like everybody. And it's good if you're a project manager because as a project manager, you may not know all of this. Literally. Of course, it makes you a smarter project manager, but you really don't need all of this. All you just need to know is have you given me the feature you want? So that BRD that you learned last week, for a project manager, you're not the one that will do it. Most times it's your client that should do it and send it to you. But because you just know about it, you're able to make sure that the BRD is in good shape. So, as a project manager, you only build what's on that BRD, and immediately you are done building the product, you give it to the client, and that is all. Bye bye. As a project manager, give it. The best you can do is to promise them 3 week support, 2 week support. That's all. So, how the product is performing in the market, whatever, is not your business. If you have a no, you are not going to submit it. Just look through the interviews. Make sure you watch them. And because I'll be speaking to them in our next class as well. So I believe just to make you smarter. Like I said, let's think beyond submitting paper writing. Let's think into getting into that knowledge really for ourselves. That's what really makes education really. Because notice that most people outside school that there are no deadlines, no assignment, nothing. They just get to play. Sorry, it's another official. I got your strength. It's not too much assignment. Just watch, literally, just watch. Just watch. That's all. Just watch. You can play it while cooking. You can do it while um, taking a walk, while lying down, just to get into it. By my next class, I will try to get some YouTube links. You're from YouTube pages you must be familiar with, and some podcasts you must be familiar with, and also some Twitter accounts, if possible. Not accounts really. I won't do accounts, but of course some. And on YouTube, some Twitter and YouTube pages you must be familiar with, so that sincerely, that's how you get into the philosophy of product management. So moving on, you're enough 70. So a customer journey map is a representation of all the ways consumers interact with your company or product. This concept we are bringing into product management because it helps you understand your user again much better. See, there is a Harvard class on YouTube. So if you follow Harvard Innovation Lab on YouTube, Harvard Innovation Lab. So Harvard Innovation Lab used to post all their classes. All their classes are captured and they are released on YouTube. So if you watch Harvard Innovation Lab, there is a particular class on building user-centric products. And I have my reasons. For most of the products you will build, you'll be building for your customers, for your company's customers, not your users. And I will explain. Help me here. So a bank contacted your company. Say, help us build our mobile app. You now built it for them. It's not, you can see it's for some products, your customer is not your user. Your customer is a gateway between you and your user. Does that make sense? So for the mobile banking app you have, let's say a Sterling Bank that we have said, or a Premium Trust Bank, let's say Premium Trust Bank, uh, builds, called your company to help them build an app. Of course, you are not really, it may not be a product management per se. Of course, you're using product management to research different banking apps to build their app for them, but you may not be able to do the metrics. But if you have rapport with your own product manager, you can both be discussing, please, let's be checking the metrics to know if we need to update it for you and all of that. But depending on your agreement with the company. So sometimes your job is to just deliver and rest. That's fine. And they want you to deliver and do product management on it. That's also fine. But know where your job gets to. But whichever way, for such products, your customer is not a user. Your customer is the bank. Your users are the people out there. So for most products, so when we say that's why sometimes I would have preferred the word user journey map. Sorry, I would have preferred the word user journey map. So let me just change it for you guys here. So I'll have preferred the word user journey map in the sense that we are talking more about the user, and I want you to get used to that word because a lot in this space we try to use the word user consistently. It's not a word we throw around though. A user is different from a customer. Don't worry, the page reload. Just hold on. A user is different from a customer. Okay, your customer may be the person paying for the product, but may not be the one using the product. For instance, let's say your state governor says, let's build a social media app for Ekiti State people, or your state people, or Kogi State people, or Kaduna, or Kano. They are not the user. They are just the ones paying for it. Okay? They are paying for the app. So make sure that you're looking to your user always. Okay? Make sure you're using to your user always, like always. A lot of times, many of us ignore the user and start looking at the customer. Of course, that's not a project manager, a product manager anyway. So a product manager thinks on the customer only. Sorry, on the user only. So I'm changing that to user as well. A product manager thinks about the user. Your customer is paying, of course, that's fine, but think on your user. Moving on. I said something. I said, from first becoming aware of your offering through to purchase and ideally loyalty. This is to make the CPE more engaging. Now, what is a CPE? CPE is called complete product experience. Okay? It contributes to the full customer life cycle from awareness through to advocacy. But having plans in place for each area is not enough. You also have to make sure that each touch point functions smoothly with all the others. And we will get there. We'll show you what a CPE literally is. Okay. Um, so we're looking at 7 different components. Seven. 7 different components, and it's simple for you to know. Don't even cram. Don't cram it. It's easy, and I will explain now. Just a minute. I'm trying to pull up my notes here. Okay, so I will stay on this page a lot. So the complete product experience, really, you know, a product is any item or service that a business will sell regularly. Okay, but then a product is much more than that. Okay, it's the entire for a product manager. A product is much more than that. I will explain. For your company, the product is Abeg. The product is Jumia. The product is, of course, Microsoft Word. Product is Outlook. Product is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, blah blah, yada yada yada. But for you, when we say complete product experience, you are saying a product is much more than that. We are saying a product is the entire experience the users have with your company. Okay, a product is the entire experience that the users have with your company. That is, they start, see, the journey is complete. That's why we say complete product experience. It starts from the moment someone realizes they need a solution to their problem. That's what you're doing. It's not, it's this still thing. The moment they realize the solution to their problem, okay, and the tools your team will use to support that customer. So it's a concept that was brought together. I want you to follow AHA. Really, you can look for AHA. AHA is a product management company. AHA apostrophe. AHA is a product management company. You can look out for them. AHA apostrophe. And you will see a lot of these things I'm saying. This entire concept, I learned it from them. Okay. Their founder is Brian Half. You can Google him, you can look for him. BrianHaff, Brian Half. Somebody says stream. Is this still stream? I want to be sure. Oh, okay. How about this now? I think it should be better. I didn't see that. Sorry. You should be better now. Please let me confirm that before we move on. Don't worry, it will be better now. It will be better now. To take a time to reflect. All right. Thank you. So let me move on. So we said a product is the entire experience. So to build a complete product or complete product experience, we're looking at components. So there's pre-purchase interactions. For pre-purchase, we're looking at when customer visits your website, we're looking at the reviews, we're looking at the testimonials, when they check your social media channels. So pre-purchase interactions are very important. Then there's purchase interaction when they get on your platform. There's pre-purchase interaction, there's purchase interaction, HAAFF. Then that's the name. Pre-purchase interaction, there's purchase interaction, there's post-purchase interactions. Okay, all of these three are very important. Please, of course, for pre-purchase, HAFF, not AFF, Dr. Ronke. HAAFF actually. I think, if I'm not mistaken, HAAFF. Good. So pre-purchase interaction. I think I don't mind if we end the class on CPE because it's something we still have one more class to do all of the Figma. But this is what I want you to really know. It's very important for me. So complete product experience is where most product managers fail. Some people are still thinking like a project manager. A project manager is not concerned with the complete product experience. It's just concerned with the features being built. Bam, that's all. So most times, your company will have a project manager working with you. So if you are saying, okay, let's add this feature, the moment you have cracked the feature to add, he can take that feature to the developers and the designers, and they bring it out for you, and then you launch the next one. Then you continue your work again to build a better experience for your people. So if you don't learn anything today at all, know the word complete product experience. That's what you give to your customers. And it's beyond, and like I said a product is the entire experience, lifetime experience that your product gives. So, and there are components of CPE. CPE is complete product experience. So I will stay on this page a lot. Components of CPE. This chart will just help me understand what I want to say. I'm sorry, I'm not being too detailed. Components of CPE, we're looking at first pre-purchase interactions. So I believe you're writing. This is not on the slides deliberately. So by the time, the words are not, see, all these things, forget the English, there are things you know. Pre-purchase interactions, that is how they interact before the purchase. Oh, network breaking. Please just bear with the network. I hope it's better now. How they interact before the purchase. Okay. So where do they interact with you before purchasing? Let's just answer it basically. Where does your customer see you before they even download the product? Okay. For instance, yesterday we were checking MoneyPoint and OPay. Where did we see them? From Google. When we get to activation, onboarding, and retention, you will realize our activation points for most times, the problem with many people, they assume that their onboarding started from the app. It's not true. That's why, as a product manager, you must be concerned about what your marketing team is doing on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter. Because you are trying to manage your pre-purchase interaction. It's the complete product experience we're talking about here. If they are messing up on Instagram, if their communication on all of this platform is not going to talk about your product, you're messing it up, literally. Sometimes the first process, the first component, not process. Now, these are the 7, we call them core parts. What you see on your screen are core parts. These are the core parts. But what I'm talking about now are the components. I said one of the first one is the pre-purchase interaction. So for pre-purchase interaction, you are looking at, like I said, if you want to order food, you will not start by looking for Glovo. You will not. You have. Okay, let me ask you, which application did you start by going to Play Store or App Store? Now that's how you got to know them. You just went on Play Store, you were searching, you just found them and you downloaded them. But, this app. How many of us just carry our phones? Say today I'm going to App Store to go and download food app. Is that where you start from? Because we're thinking. That's not where you start from. You probably will start from typing it on Google or asking a friend or checking social media or Googling Instagram. So basically, when customers visit your website, when they read reviews, when they see testimonials, when they peruse your social media channels, when they get your emails, those are pre-purchase interaction. That's the first component. Let's move on. Next one, exactly. So as a product manager, you must be concerned about all of these points. Advert, Google, everything. Make sure that their communication is taking them to your own product. That's why we talk about CTA, call to actions. You run an app, you run an ads, you run a social media push, and then they sponsored it, but there is no link there to download your app. Or there's not a single message saying, that's why you watch an ad on Arise TV, on Google, on CNN. At the end of the thing, they will always put an action point. Maybe to purchase, visit this website, download this also thing, do this also thing, take this also action, call this number, apply and send something, send a mail to this person. So you are trying to ensure Google is more. Yeah, Google is more actually. Most people Google more. So you make sure that all your interactions on all your communication on Google, your SEO is sharp, so that when somebody is searching for food, your app comes out first. Those are pre-purchase interaction. And so when your product is not performing, those are the things to look at. Trust me, I'm going beyond what I should go for you currently, and I may just be going above. So let's move to the next. Purchase interaction now. Purchase interaction is simple. At this time, they are on your products, whatever the product is. That's the second component, purchase interaction. For purchase interaction, they're either on your app, the checkout, the payment, the interaction. This thing is also in business. Now, but I'm not talking business, so I won't need to go there. By business, I'll be looking at your company, your staff, and all of that, your products. But now it's in product. So they're on your app now, your logins, your onboardings. In product-led growth, we call it your activation points. The way you're moving them in gradually. The way you're moving them in gradually. Those are your purchase interactions. You're checking, they have checked Google, they have downloaded this app. See, many of you may not even work as product managers. That's the truth. You may find yourself as CEOs of companies. Some of you are already working. As you say, you want to do, when there is churn rate, hey, wait, where did you learn churn rate from? Just hold on, we'll get to churn rate, okay? And churn rate is other product metrics. So I wouldn't want us to jump. If we go to churn rate today, we look. But you're very right, because churn rate is people dropping your app back, and when you're thinking they are uninstalling your product. So you need to go back and get their pain points. You're actually very perfect with that answer. But let's not move too fast. But I like the question. I think I will just know that and I will study it again because I may not have given the accurate answer. But I think I'm taking product metrics, so I will also check. But I'm not sure. But whoever is taking it, I'll pass it to them so that they can address that question. Customer support representative, I beg. Yeah, pass that level. For real, princess. I'm not, you can, but you get what I'm trying to say. Customer support works, but you've done, if you're a customer support person, you can just transit into PM. That's what it should be. Don't be moving back. Just try. Don't quit. Don't stop applying. Many of you are just 100. There are more than 100 PM roles outside. Just trust God that even if out of the 1 million, they're only picking one person to be you. And it can be all of you, really. It's still a Shaddai we're talking about here. So moving on, purchase interactions. I said the interaction on your application, on your pages, it matters most. So of course, you have covered that part. That's the part all of us used to cover. All of us know how to cover that one. Build the app very well, have good UI, easy onboarding. Don't stress your users. Features that you said they are there. Features are working perfectly. Functionalities are working fine. Your data is protected. Easy to update. All of that. That's purchase interaction. We all know how to do that. So let's move to post-purchase interaction. That's the third component of CPE. Post-purchase interaction now. This one, we're looking at the technology used to deliver your products. Simple customer support assistance, which is why I told that person that you don't need to do customer support. Literally customer support assistance, that's post-purchase interaction. So you are trying to know, okay, when people now downloaded, okay, I made a push. For purchase interaction, let's stop at when they downloaded the app. Okay? Purchase interaction, let's stop that when they downloaded the app. That's purchase. Like I bought biscuit at your shop. I bought laptop. I downloaded that app. So the ease of download. So yes, sorry. What I explained earlier was for post-purchase. Let me stay on purchase for now. Let me go back to purchase to put it better. Apologies. For purchase interaction here, what you're trying to ensure that your app is available at every point. If people are using Android phones, your app must be on Play Store. So it's not just to build. You must make sure that your app is operated on Play Store, is on App Store. Do you understand? It is online. People can check it with their laptop. That's why they're using Facebook. If you're using Android, you can download Facebook. If you're using Java phone, you can download it. If you're using Symbian phone, you can download it. If you're using Mac, you can download. Windows, you can download. Ubuntu, you can download. If you are using Android phone, you can download. Do you understand? So, do we ensure that people can access that app from all points. Okay, from more points. Now let me go deeper. That's for purchase interaction, that people can make purchase, that customers have what they want to buy and they have information. Now, post purchase is when they have not downloaded and they're using your app, in they're interacting with the technology. So that's post purchase where you ensure the functionalities are there. Now, you might meet some other people that will teach you differently and will put post purchase on that purchase. It's okay, don't argue. It's not about the terms. It's at least both of us are charged. We are literally saying get to download it and get to meet what you want. Okay. They call it aha moment. Aha moment is when somebody picks up your product. I want a food ordering app, and I ordered, and I could see different food option. And no, you won't see this one on the screen. I'm just explaining what component of CP is because it's not really your class per se. Not really your class per se, really. But then aha moment is when somebody picks your when you get to product led growth, you get into all of this deeper. So for post purchase is when persons are interacting with what they've downloaded. So after post purchase, component 4 is called ongoing engagement. I'm using this CPE because we're looking at customer building the customer user journey and all of that. So ongoing engagement is simple. It's more like it. Engaging with your users, forums, user activity, group, and so many other things. That's ongoing engagement. How customers feel about your programs. And for apps, basically, ongoing engagement is, the little updates you are doing to it. Aha is AHA apostrophe. They call it aha, more like Eureka. When people find that your app is actually giving them what they need, they can order food, they can, pay. That's all. That's their aha moment. And until they get there, you don't have a product. So ongoing engagement is the updates you are doing to it, the what do we call it now? The customer feedbacks you are taking, the way the way all of you keep updating WhatsApp almost every week. That's ongoing engagement. They are not just leaving you to the past. You are complaining. Imagine if the WhatsApp you're using now is the one you have been using 5 years ago. Do you understand? It's just there. Nobody knows. Nobody is updating it. Everybody is doing video call on Facebook, on Instagram. You can't do it on WhatsApp yet. People are updating status. You can't do it on WhatsApp yet. You will have uninstalled it. So ongoing engagement. How it makes your customers feel taken along on the product. Exactly. Post purchase has all the features. They are working. They're doing fine. Please, anytime you type aha, always put apostrophe. It's important. It's like somebody hitting it. It's a term in product management. Though. It's not just English. They call it aha moment. You can Google it. You will see it. So the final component of CPE is called long-term relationship building. In sales, they will call it customer lifetime value. Okay. Yes, they will call it customer. Oh, sorry, I'm saying apostrophe. No wonder. Sorry, exclamation mark. Apologies. What are you guys typing though? Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. So, of course, we talk about long-term relationship building. In sales, like I said, they call it customer lifetime value. So, that's when you are getting what customers think is the product support. Product support. People are having issues. You're quickly solving them, quickly responding to them. You're not leaving them behind. So that's it. So let me speak quickly into customer process. Now, to build a complete product experience as a product manager, you must all of these 7 things components. 7, they are not components anymore now. 7 core parts. I call them core parts. These 7 core parts I put on that you can see on your screen. Support. We start from the marketing, the sales, technology, support system, third-party integrations, support, and policies. I will gloss over it so that we will not stress ourselves. Marketing, simple. You are trying to answer how do potential customers discover your products? That's marketing. If you want to build a complete product experience, this is what you must see. This is where you must be skilled in almost all of these 6, in all of these 7. If not fully, you must know something about all of these 7. When you do this, you are fine. Are you following? When you can do all of this, you are fine. This is why product management is a lot of work, because you have to do the complete product experience for your people. So first one is marketing, simple. How do you want your customers to discover your products? Their blog, newsletter, social media ads, marketing, all of that. That's the first core part. So I said there are 7 core parts to getting the complete product experience for your people. First is marketing. So as a PM, you know you are taking on that. Exactly. Marketing, you've solved that. You must have that part held down. Second one is sales. Sales is not marketing. For sales, that means um, people you have pushed for newsletters. All right, you have made social media ads. You have talked about your product. People are now calling you. You must be available. That means you must be ready to present a demo. A demo is how your product looks like. You must be available to, maybe they can sign up for a trial. If you can have trial versions for your product, that people can use trial versions. So when you're building your app, maybe they pay before they use it. Just when you see people create some trial versions for app, like I just use a trial version, that's sales. If they can check a demo, if you check YouTube, all of these apps, they have demo. They have demo. Especially if you're using LinkedIn, if you check LinkedIn marketing, LinkedIn advertising, they have a full demo for you. If you have 40 minutes video, they will send to you to watch first on how the app works. So that's sales. You must have sales on lockdown. Trial versions, demo people ready to do demo. Sometimes you can just get a mail. If you're working at a product manager, somebody can just call you. I want to check this to your solution. Don't delay the process. Reply that mail immediately. Can we get your best time for a demo? If the person says in 5 minutes time, get on a call in 5 minutes and demo that product, man. You cannot be dictating time. Okay, all right, thanks for your availability for the product. You know what? Can we meet next month to discuss this product? Next month, yes, second week of next month, Monday, 8 a.m. Please, that's when I want to be available to demo to you. You're not a serious PM. You've lost them already. So, and your joy that people are using your product. So, when people, especially when you are building B2B products, B2B products that no B2B means you're building products that businesses wants to use, that companies wants to use. Maybe you built an HR, all these back office softwares now. Maybe HR software, accounting softwares, and all of that. You don't want to lose them. For all these retail B2C products, banking apps, Abeg, social media apps, you may not really have people calling you for sales. They just download and use. For most of the B2C is business to customers, okay? You can try versions with soft B2Cs for you. Or people can, in fact, most B2Cs don't even do, you don't pay. They only have some features that you pay for. Maybe you run ads on it, or you want to do ads, you pay for ads because they are already leveraging their existing customer base and they're selling them to you as data for you to sell to. So for you to sell to their existing database, you have to pay for it. That's why you pay for ads on Facebook. So that's how they make money. You pay for ads, or you pay for your blue tick, that you are a premium account and all of that. So that's by the way. Or on Twitter, if you know you want to type more words, you pay for premium. You want to post longer videos, you pay for premium and all of that. So that's what you do. But make sure that you are available. Your product is always available and you have representatives available. You know, you send mail to customer experience, they are responding to your mail already. That's sales. So you have L2 core parts. For your better customer experience, you're looking at technology. For technology, we are basically talking about your product features. That is where you come in. You must be able to manage. That's where all of the things we have been talking about since comes in. Your research, your user research, how you craft people's needs into features, and how you deliver these features. The speed at which your app loads. That's technology. Okay. Your product features, how your company deliver these features. The functionality. I'm logging in is logging in. Imagine you're using WhatsApp. You send chat to, maybe you send chat to your brother. The chat went to your pastor's message. You send message to your church group. The message went to your school group. You sent a gossip voice note to your sister. The gossip went to family group. You know, you just messed up. You upload status on WhatsApp. The status went to somebody else's DM. You called somebody on video call. It was maybe your teacher that picked it. Do you understand? Messed up. So your technology experience must be good. Features must be delivered properly. And that's another part of customer product experience. This is all of, say, under design thinking. You must think holistically. That's what makes you a product manager. Yeah, so that's on technology. Then the next one is supporting systems. For supporting systems, um, what are the, we're looking at the systems you use to deliver the product. Are there billings? Essentially, we're really talking more of pricings here for the person. Pricing, how is it going? Like sometimes if it's, exactly the pricing, you're looking at pricing, you're looking at analytics and co. How are you seeing the issue? That's where metrics comes in. Alrighty. Moving on, I won't take more time on support system because it doesn't take too much. How do you track how do you track interactions on your platform? How do you track the users? How do you track the activities? How do you know where to improve? That's supporting systems. Whew. Another element, another core part, sorry, is third-party integrations. So these third-party integrations is where many of us may not know because it's not in fact, myself, it took a while before I started knowing about third-party integrations. That's where partnerships come in. Well, it's not for now. We may discuss that later. But I'll just paraphrase basically. For instance, let me explain. You're building an application, all right? And you want the application to have, help me, help me, help me. I want you to get it. You want the application to be able to have payments, for instance. Payment. You built a food app. It's a food app, but you want people to be able to make payments on food. You don't want to start creating gateways from the scratch. You can't do it. So the best thing you can do is to just integrate with maybe Flutterwave or, of course, Stripe, which was formerly Paystack, or InterSwitch. Please, many of you in comment section, have you used any app that you realized that when you were paying, maybe you just saw Flutterwave come out? Anyone? Anyone? Exactly. Exactly. Chino, you're right. AI tool. You can build GPT features into your application, chatbot. Anyone has tried to use an application where you paid and then you were seeing Flutterwave maybe there or their logo? Exactly. When you do that, or PayPal, thank you. So those are third-party integrations. They are not the app. They are other existing. They are third-party, like third-party, of course. Remitter, yeah, exactly. They are not the application they are building, but they needed them for the applications to function. So that's your job too. You must have understanding of third-party integrations. You must know them. Let me tell you a secret. Kini, these things are very simple. Exactly. Nigerian immigration. Who said Nigerian immigration? Who is this person? Come out, let's fight. Just come out of that phone. Nah. Fast, wait. Yeah, Coral Pay makes sense. So many of these people are gateways. Are gateways, So your job is to know all of these things, and you can easily bring them on your product. It's simple. Sometimes just send them mail as well down. Sometimes the products are open source. Some of them they are just APIs. You can Google about APIs and read it. I won't spend time on that because it's not your class, but for you to know more about it, you can read on it. Okay. Do they have a share in your product? They already have a share, don't worry. They already have a share. The moment you put Flutter on your product, they have a share. There's a percentage going to them. It can be 2 naira per transaction. But let me tell you what that means. For instance, let's say OP is using Flutter Wave, and Flutter is only getting 2 naira. Sometimes it's just 2, 3 naira. I've done meetings with them, and it's always ridiculous what they get. They can do 2 naira. Remitter can do, in fact, Remitter can afford to do 1.5 naira per payment. But let me calculate this for you. Almost all the universities in Nigeria use Remitter. Almost all the government payments uses Remitter. NEPA uses Remitter. So let's say about 100,000 or 100,000 is even little. Are you joking? Let's say about 10 million interactions per day happens using Remitter gateways. And they're only getting 2 naira, just 2 naira. 2 naira only. They don't do too much. So although sometimes all those are 15 naira, I think bank is dropping. You don't know where it's coming from. Have you noticed that when you're even using Remitter, when you see your final amount and then your amount you're going to pay, the money has increased. In all of those money, it's going to plenty places. So the one going to government, the one going to them. So plenty money everywhere. So let's just say 10 million transactions daily. Just small. It's not too much. But multiply by 2 naira, that's 20 million. Without doing anything, just by integrating, just by adding something, and by 2 naira, somebody said 15 naira, no, like, no gateway can take 15 naira per transaction. Ever is a crime. I shouldn't share it. It can't be done. Yeah. So when they do that 2 naira, that's just 20 million for them. So you don't need to share profit, just to answer you. Want to share already. So that's 20 million per day. Not doing anything, just by giving you API to connect to your product. By the time you multiply it by 30 days, that's 60 million, 20 million times 30 days. That's 60 million. No, 20 million in a day. In 30 days, not 60 million. No. That's 600 million in a month. Just for, that's why you can say that everybody's in fintech. You have seen where the money is. Let's leave all of that. By the time you do 600 million times 12, that's 7.2 billion in 1 year. Just for adding API. So so you must know the third-party integrations your application needs for it to flow well. Finally, support. How do you offer help? People cannot use your app. People don't get navigation. You can decide to run an update that have guided navigation, shows people where to click, shows people where to move to, shows people where to go back to. Self-service, literally provide self-service, customer feedback. You can decide to provide a chatbot for support. Those are your support programs. And then finally, your policies. Your policies have to do with the values of your company, your product development framework. Are you using Agile? Of course, it's Agile we're using. We will get to Agile next week. I won't even waste my time there. So, but your framework, how often do you update? Okay. So that's your CPE. So, what's your role? And as I've done this, I've told you your role. Your role is to manage all that process. Consider your launch. We'll go through all of that. So, I've spent time on CPE. Next. Whew. So there's a difference between customer journey map and user journey map. Let's move on, guys. We have 12 minutes to go, and we go. There's a difference between customer journey and user. It's no. I'm not there. I'm not on this call. DSS must not find me. Your customer journey map. Yeah. Exactly. Some people. That's why some people will just stay. They will look at things. They will look at APIs they can create that people will need and just create it, and push to you. So when they create it, all of the softwares you build in the future, they will just be integrating them, they'll be cashing out. So look for where you will be. Father, I need API idea. Thank you. So there's a difference between customer journey map and user journey map. There are two different things. I hope we can do the two today. I really want us to do the two so that we can take a lot of questions on Saturday. If I can't do the two, that means we have Saturdays. I'll have less questions. So customer journey map. High level of customer experience, that's what you're looking at. You're looking at it being built by a cross-functional team. To build a customer journey map, you need all of the teams in that CPE. Everyone involved in your CPE must work with you on your customer journey map. Journey stages and discussion points, ongoing updates. But for user journey map, you and your designer can do that. The core product team, you and your designer or probably developer can do that. Oh, Friday, sorry, apologies. Please, about the class time, allow your admin tell you what the class time is. I'm following them. Whatever I'm saying is off my head, and I take that back. Thank you. Customer journey map is done by the entire thing. They are not even your marketing, everybody's involved. And I'll show you a customer journey map quickly. So a customer journey map has 6 points. I know you are saying, hey, 7 points there, 6 points there, 8 points there. I hope I won't run away like this, or I should just go and what to do? Whoever wants to know the meaning of API should go and read about it. I'm sorry, Timmy. I wish I can go there, but if I start, I will not leave here. I will just stay on it to the go rapture. So please, just because I'm saying that because for a long time I didn't understand what APIs are. I just see them in meeting. I say, API. If I had API, I know that I'm scamming everybody. I don't know what I was talking about. So I got angry one day. I read everything I could read, from ChatGPT to Google to watching plenty YouTube videos to know what APIs really are. So if I start now, you will not live here. It's not just about the meaning, it's a lot. So let's not go there. See all these, there are plenty of people in this platform that want money. See this person, Sha. He said, I receive idea for unit APIs. Ha, who can be a customer? Who can be a user? No. Ndidi, a customer is not a user. A customer is not a user. Of course, in this particular page, I actually mean the same people. Okay? In this particular, a customer is not always a user. A customer can be a user, but it's not always a user. For instance, I said if we're building for instance, if the state governor calls you to build a software for the people, the state governor is a customer, the people are the users, they are both different. However, please, as far as this page is concerned, they are referring to the same people. Okay? They are referring to the same people. But what I'm meaning by customer journey map here, it captures their entire journey as I've said in the CPE. Do you understand? For customer journey map here, please note it, it captures entire journey as the CPE. That is from when they search you on social media till your support. Do you understand? From your social media to your support and policies. But so according to this particular slide, I'll go again. I'm not trying to differentiate between customers and users. No, I only have to use those two different words. You'll find this particular graph on AHA. I'm only using those two different words to show that I'm talking about two different journeys. Okay? The customer journey map is for the entire perspective from outside the application to inside. Customers are different from you, may be different from users in the real sense. I'm going to look for a, a link, if possible, and find a way to get it to your what is it called, your Telegram class, or I'll put you to the admin. There's a course on Harvard Innovation Lab. It's just a class. You will like the class. It's very interactive. Where they were different, talking about customer centric and user centric products. It's a very beautiful class. I enjoyed watching it. You should too. I'll look for it myself because you may miss it when you look for it yourself. Okay. So from this page, please, from this particular slide, I'll come again. I'm not trying to differentiate between customers and users. No, that's not what this page is for. I only have to use those two different words. For the customer journey map side, is speaking to the entire journey as said in the CPE from the entire experience. For the user journey map, I'm speaking to just the application only. And you will understand. I will have to take you through something. For instance, I did a customer journey map here. No, I did a user journey map here for a fintech. I wanted to use that for this class, but I may not get there the way I'm going. It's almost three. It's almost. Can you see this slide? So this is a basic user journey map, not a customer journey map. It's easy to draw. Don't get afraid. Please let me know when you can see this. I will zoom out. It's not easy to see. So I have to zoom out. This is a user. So this is what I'm saying. The user journey map is just for the app only. For the app only. You will see it. So I'm moving from start. Okay. So this is just only on the application. So I'll move fast. I won't show you how I've done it. We'll do that later on where time permits. We're moving from user opens from start. So it speaks only to the journey on the application only. That's the user journey map. So from the start to where the user opens the app, this is just a basic fintech app I did for. And the good thing about Figma is that you can easily use AI to generate this thing and just refine. If you come here, you will see generate. So user opens the app here. Then is the user registered? So circles, don't worry, let me not rush, we'll get there. But you can see that this is a journey map. So he opens the app to where he goes to log in, to where he logs in, to where he completes registration, redirects to home screen, and all of that. To let me move up here. So when he use select transaction type, whether he has sufficient fund or not, whatever. So when he process the transaction, successful transaction, he comes down to see and update balance. Oh, okay. They say we don't have Telegram page. Okay, moving on. Can I have done better? He sees the update balance, he sees the home screen. From there, he wants to log out, he logs out, and that's the end. This is what I mean by user journey. Do you get? So I'm only speaking to the journey of the user on the application interface. That's what I mean by user journey here. I'm not trying to separate a user from a customer. So I'm speaking to the journey of the user on the application interface only. Moving on. But the customer journey, I will show you customer journey now. Customer journey beyond the application interface is from when the person, from the awareness to advocacy. That's customer journey. You know, customer, the person bringing in the money. That when you say my customer in the market, you know that you know what you mean by my customer, Abi. When you go to the market and the man runs out, customer, you know what it is. He's not talking about. He's not just greeting you for your clothes. It means you are the ones that bring in money. You brought in money. You brought in your friends to buy. So they greet you differently. So that's what I mean by customer journey. Customer journey goes beyond your journey on the particular app. Exactly. But customer journey is from awareness to advocacy. And I put in 6 steps. Some people will put in 4 steps. Some people will put in 3 steps. 6 solid steps. You can see the rating for this woman at this corner. So from awareness, this is where we end the class. From awareness to consideration, to purchase, to service, to loyalty and advocacy. So from awareness, we're looking at social ads to get them to be aware of your product. I said you must do social ads, search, direct mails, word of mouth, radio, TV. So all of this is awareness. Next one is consideration. For your consideration, you must have blogs, reviews, infographics, videos, medias. Then the next step from consideration is purchase. Purchase now your application, your website. By shop here, I'm trying to also narrate to other things that are not applications because this is applicable everywhere. Then from there, service. That's your help desk, your application itself, your emails. Then loyalty. If you want them to be as loyal to you, your consistent social media posts, your emails, of course, your offers, what's available on the app. Then advocacy. Advocacy is when they want to now speak for your app. I'm hungry. I want to order food. Use that application, my brother. Use that thing. Use that thing. And for you to get okay, the page link. Oh, thank God. For you to now get advocacy, you must also create room for customer testimonials. Some people you see people say, see what the customers are saying. Use this clinic on. They're trying to get advocacy. So for your customer journey, you must ensure that your CPE is strong. The way to achieve customer journey is what I spent time on today. I spent time on CPE because of customer journey. That's how you get this. Just do your complete product experience well, you will have customer journey. Because you're starting from marketing, which is awareness, and you're heading on advocacy, which is your consistent support on the app. So I know that we are supposed to go to ideate today, but don't worry, we'll finish up. From ideate, we just have prototype and then test, which we can finish in the next class. And of course, please download Figma. It may be hard to use, but don't worry, it's user friendly. Just familiarize with the environment before your next class, and we'll go better, we'll go bigger. You will have your assignments tomorrow. I'll make sure of that. The people I told to reach out to me have still not reached out to me. I don't know what's going on, but that's okay. So please, we're ending here now. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for your patience throughout the class. We know there's so much to take in. I will believe you are following. I will also ensure the slide is available and the admin will put it in the right location. Thank you very much, guys, and do have a great evening. Bye.